to you, my dear brothers and sisters in Christ, and this is Brother Richard. Since we cannot meet with our regular Friday meeting, then let's come up with this video, and I hope that it will inspire us to continue to keep on in our Christian journey. And so in the next few minutes, I will be talking about having faith in God's promises, and in a way, dealing with our unmet expectations. As single young professionals, we do have goals. We set goals usually at the beginning of the year, or even if you still remember when we had our day of prayer, coming up with a pastoral plan. But most of the single young professionals that we even set goals right or even before we graduate in college. As I remember before that I thought to myself that whenever I will graduate in college, I will go to have a good career, be in a school, and I can be able to grow. And after 2 years, I'll go to DepEd. At least I am ready. And then whenever I'm in DepEd, I begin to maybe travel to different places and be able to help my family in terms of the expenses. And probably then moving into having a partner and marry and then have a family. Of course, prior to that, having my own house and my own car. And these are just merely dreams, and I know a lot of brothers who have the same thinking, of the same goals and desires in their lives. And I believe that even for us as single year professionals do have this desire also. Have a good career, go to different places, and so on and so forth. But then, with these expectations of these things that we're hoping for fail, or what we call our unmet expectations, then we begin to pity ourselves. We doubt ourselves, our self-esteem or self-confidence went lower, and we even blame ourselves, blaming others, blaming the situation, even to the worst, blaming the Lord, questioning His ways, and we lost confidence in the Lord. That's the sad part, my dear brothers and sisters. But then, as it says in Isaiah 55:8-9, my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways are my ways, declares the Lord. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. Well said, brothers and sisters, and I guess there's no need for me to continue. But really, we cannot put the Lord, the way the Lord thinks, the way we think, because He became like us in the form of Jesus as a human, but then His ways, His thoughts are still different. And let's look into this biblical figure, Abraham. You know Abraham, the father of all nations. You've been given a promise that you'll become the father of all nations, and your descendants will be as many as the stars in heaven. But the irony there was that he, with Sarah, had a son, named Isaac, at the age of almost 100. And they would even consider themselves as practically dead in terms of the body and can't be able to bear a son. And even he's already in the place where he has he's wealthy already, he's in there, but the Lord asked him to go to this place, and then he did. What can we learn from it, my dear brothers and sisters? In reality, just some borrowed lines in the reading plan I'm onto is that life doesn't always work out the way we plan. We will experience pain, loss, anger, frustration, and unmet expectations. With all of these, we are not guaranteed that God will balance the scales on our life on this side of heaven. We might live a long time with unmet expectations, unfulfilled dreams, pain, and loss. So where is the hope in this, brothers and sisters, with all these promises that Jesus has given to us? St. Paul is telling us that even though life will come crashing down at some point, we have a hope that transcends our temporary time on earth. As it says in Romans 8:18 to 19, I consider that our present sufferings are not worth comparing with the glory that will be revealed in us. The creation waits in eager expectation for the sons of God to be revealed. My dear brothers and sisters, we will have trouble in this life. Yes, but this life is not the whole story. Even with this COVID-19 that hinders us to meet, hinders us to do the regular things that we do, is that let us always remember that this virus or any unforeseen events or even our unmet expectations here on earth, let's always remember that Jesus has overcome this world. We are able to endure this life with the hope that even when everything is not okay, most of us probably nowadays are not okay with all of these things that are happening. And even when we feel lost and destroyed, and even if we will have countless unmet expectations, Jesus offers us the victory that He bought on the cross. And when we put our trust, our faith in Him, we are promised that we will be raised in glory and restored after this life. My dear brothers and sisters, may we like Abraham, who believed and hoped even when there was no reason for hoping. Even what's happening in the world right now. Just like Abraham, his faith did not leave him and did not doubt God's promise. His faith filled him with power and he gave praise to God. For almost 3 years of serving in God, brothers and sisters, there are also some unmet expectations. With my goals back then, after graduating, to be in the government, go to different places. But now I'm already 30. But still, upon looking back, I realized a lot of things. That even though I have those unmet expectations, those weren't meant for me then. I was meant for something. And so with all of us dear brothers and sisters, is that with these unmet expectations, let's continue to have faith, just like what Abraham, other biblical figures, Saint Paul, David, did in their lives. Because we know that with these unmet expectations, we are not meant to be there. But God is leading us to where we should be in time. God bless us all. And I would like to challenge you that maybe later or tomorrow during your prayer time, I'd like you to write out 5 hopes you have for the next 5 years of your life. Will it be? And spend time asking God to help you trust Him. Trust Him, even if none of those hopes are fulfilled. A blessed day.